Before the break, I talked about the person who took his career to the next level using the as-if strategy. And that guy is Jim Carrey, the comedian. Many of you heard the entire story on my CD series, The 10-Minute Coach. And essentially, Jim Carrey faced a crossroad in his career. He was told to change what he was doing and not pursue his vision as being the king of comedy, the highest paid comedian on the planet. He went home one night feeling kind of low, and he turned on the television and he saw a guy talking about acting as if you are who you really want to be. And I want to repeat that for you. He said he saw a guy talking about acting as if you already are who you want to be. And it hit him. And here's what Jim Carrey did. He took out his checkbook, which was empty by the way, and he wrote himself a check to Jim Carrey, from Jim Carrey, in the amount of $10 million. And he postdated the check for 6 months. And on the left-hand corner where it says memo, he wrote for acting services rendered. And remember what a belief is. It's a feeling of certainty. And Jim Carrey said to himself, he said, if I absolutely knew that this check was going to be good in 6 months, meaning in 6 months, if I knew that the $10 million was going to go right into my bank account, if I knew that was going to happen, how many hours would I spend a day making ridiculous faces in front of the mirror? How many auditions would I go on? How many people would I tell I was the funniest man on the planet? And most importantly, how many no's would I be willing to hear if I absolutely knew this check was going to be good? He went to auditions expecting to get the roles. He showed up acting like he was the king of comedy. And of course, the rest is history. I mean, I don't know where you are personally right now, what you want to achieve, what goals and dreams you have for yourself, but I can tell you this. If you turn off this program right now and act as if you already are that person you really want to be, your life would never be the same. Because see, if you were that person right now that you really envision for yourself, what would you do today? How would you treat people? What kind of attitude would you have? Who would you call? I've used this strategy in business, yet it's had the most impact on my personal life. You see, one of my goals in life was to be an outstanding father, the kind of father that creates an environment where my kids want to talk to me about everything, school, their challenges, sex, drugs, all the things that come into kids' lives. And I remember living in Los Angeles, and I was coming home from work, and my son was 4, and my daughter was 2, and I walk in the door, and the kids were excited to see me. Daniel was jumping around, and Zoe's dancing, and they want to play. Daddy's home, Daddy's home. I remember saying, hey kids, just give me 30 minutes. I got to check my email, make a couple phone calls, 30 minutes. Well, 30 minutes turned into 2 hours, and pretty soon I'm tucking my kids into bed. Question, is that what an outstanding father does? No way. So I remember catching myself and reminding myself of what kind of father that I really wanted to be. And I made the decision to act as if I was that person. So I put a Post-it note on my car that said act as if, to remind me to act as if I was the best father in the world. And I came home the next day, and it was pretty predictable. I come in, it's just like Groundhog Day. Daniel's jumping around, Zoe's dancing, Daddy's home. And of course my mind starts replaying my old patterns. I'm thinking to myself, oh, just give me 30 minutes. But I caught myself, I was prepared. And I said to myself, I said, you know, maybe I'm not the best father in the world right now. I mean, maybe I'm not. But if I was the most outstanding father in the world right now, what would I do? And of course the answer is obvious. I'd play with my kids. So I put down my briefcase, took off my tie, and I started playing with my kids, rolling around, having fun, building their self-esteem and showing them love. And what happened was, I started building my own references about me being an outstanding father. Now Daniel's 10 and Zoe's 8, and I am an outstanding father. And remember from the first segment, beliefs drive our behavior. So of course I spend time with my son and ask him questions about his life and his interests, play catch, because that's what a great father does. Of course I tell my daughter she's amazing and beautiful and intelligent and she can do anything she wants, because that's what a great father does. Using the as-if strategy will change the direction of your life. So here's your assignment. Let's start changing a disempowering belief or build some momentum right now. Get a 3x5 note card or a Post-it note and write the words as if, and put that note in your car, in your bathroom, or make multiple note cards. The reason this is necessary because the as if strategy is not conditioned as a part of your psychology. You've got to keep it in front of your face to remind yourself until it becomes a habit. I hope you enjoyed watching Your True Potential. If you thought this show was valuable for you, please call at least 5 of your friends and tell them what you learned. Great job. Let's make it happen, and we'll see you next time on Your True Potential.